right, Tuesday evening, the 23rd day of March, 2021. Good evening, everyone. It's Eric Wilhelm here with weather for Weather Geeks. We've got a lot to geek out about this evening. Some interesting weather coming up after a long stretch of very benign weather. It's going to get a little interesting late this week with some rain chances and a lot of wind on Friday. Let's start with a time-lapse video of today. A beautiful, beautiful sunrise this morning. We had a veil of high clouds around last night that made for a nice 22-degree halo around the moon. Check out my social media for great pictures submitted of that 22-degree halo overnight last night, and then it made for a great sunrise this morning. This veil of high clouds continued to thicken at times today, making for kind of a milky sky, not those baby blue skies we've had over the last few days. But despite the increase in clouds today, still off to the races temperature-wise, well above average, 68 locally this afternoon, 67 in Pittsburgh, and up at Hopkins Airport in Cleveland, temperatures approached 70. All right, another reminder that it is Severe Weather Awareness Week in the state of Ohio. This includes the statewide tornado drill tomorrow morning at 9:50 a.m., a good time for you and your family to remind yourselves of what your severe weather plan is. If you don't have a plan, it's a good time to make a plan and even practice that plan. Practice going to your safe place and practice, how you're going to get those warnings. There are several great ways of getting severe weather alerts. Here in 2021, most of us carry around a computer in our pocket. Even if you don't, even if you've still got an old-style flip phone, if you've got friends or relatives or neighbors who are a little older and not as technologically savvy, there's still good ways for them to be alerted when it comes to severe weather. A NOAA weather radio. Now, most families in our area don't have one of these. These are more common in severe weather hotbeds in the South, in places like Alabama and out across the Plains states. But even around here, I think we get enough severe weather around here that I would recommend every home and business have one of these. They're pretty inexpensive, and they're easy to program, and extremely, extremely reliable. They don't depend on cell signals. These things will not fail you, and so it's a great thing to have no matter your age or technological prowess. All right, if you've got a smartphone, of course, the Storm Tracker 21 app is the best local app to have when it comes to not only just daily weather content, but severe weather coverage and push alerts. Every smartphone, whether it be an Apple device or an Android device, such as a Samsung, they're going to have wireless emergency alerts as an option. Now, some people toggle these off in addition to Amber Alerts, but it's a good idea to have these activated. If you do have an iPhone, here's how you find that setting. Go to Settings, and then down to Notifications. Once you're in the Notifications menu, all of your apps will appear. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom past your apps, you're going to find wireless emergency alerts, public safety alerts, and Amber Alerts as well. This, of course, is a weather video, so we're going to concentrate on those emergency alerts. Make sure you have those toggled on, especially during the severe weather season, but hey, have the Amber Alerts on as well. If your child was missing, you'd certainly want as many people to know about it as possible. So it's a good idea to have all of those toggled on. All right, so you're going to hear me often this week and throughout severe weather season talk about tornado sirens and how they're not the best thing in the world. I start talking about tornado sirens and some people think I'm insulting their mother or something. You should see the messages and voicemails I get whenever I talk about this, especially on TV. It is something else how people defend these, World War II air raid sirens. It's 2021, and there are many better ways to get warnings than outdoor tornado sirens. They're not designed, and they were never designed to be heard indoors. They can usually only be heard within a mile or two of the siren location, depending on the wind direction and other weather factors. Very few people should be relying on tornado sirens to be alerted. Some outdoor workers, people who work outdoors, especially out across the countryside, and don't have a smartphone with them all the time, I get it. They serve a limited function to that crowd. But for most of us, there are many better and more reliable ways to get severe thunderstorm, tornado, and flash flood warnings. All right, back here in the present, we do not have any severe weather threatening our region right now. In fact, it's a pretty quiet night in terms of severe weather across the country. As low pressure moves through the middle of the country, some showers are around and some bouts of heavier rain down towards the Gulf Coast. The severe weather risk for the rest of today and into tonight is not super high, but tomorrow it starts to tick upwards again in parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley, down into the lower Mississippi Valley as well. And then, unfortunately, a higher risk of severe weather in some of the same places that got slammed last week. So Mississippi, Alabama, southern Tennessee. And you'll notice that the low-end risk even gets up into southern Ohio Thursday and into Thursday night. Around here, the atmosphere is pretty dry. As you know, it's chapstick season around here with very low dew points lately. With this dry air mass, a little moisture trying to push in tonight, it's not going to be much more than a sprinkle or a passing shower, and most of us are sleeping overnight. I think there's a better chance of a legitimate rain shower or two that might make you alter your plans if you work outdoors, or maybe you were hitting the links tomorrow morning or something like that. I think once we're past daybreak, there's a higher chance of a legitimate plan-altering shower here and there. Highest risk of wet weather tomorrow probably in the morning. Not much going on in the afternoon. In fact, some sunshine will work in. A partially clear sky then for Wednesday night, and then clouds will increase Thursday. Rain chances will increase later in the day Thursday, and the rain chances will decrease during the daylight hours on Friday, and the wind becomes the story. Now, there could be a thunderstorm around here late Thursday into Thursday night. Certainly the higher lightning concentration advertised by the modeling right now is out across western parts of Ohio into Indiana and Kentucky, but in the wee hours of Friday morning especially, you might be woken up by a clap of thunder. This is a rapidly strengthening area of low pressure pushing through the lower Great Lakes states Thursday night into Friday, and as a result, the wind is really going to crank. I mean, look at these gusts advertised by the European model here Friday morning. Even if these are too high by 10 or 15 miles per hour, this is still a lot of wind. So be ready for maybe 50-plus mile per hour gusts, I think, Friday, especially morning and midday. Those winds will tend to diminish later in the day. Now, the highest gusts will be mostly out of the west-southwest, with the wind switching around to the northwest as the wind slowly diminishes late Friday into Friday night. A calmer day as we kick off the weekend on Saturday, with temperatures returning to about 60, actually a halfway decent day, although clouds will increase. Showers pretty likely then on Sunday with our next front. Pretty potent air mass coming down, making a brief visit Sunday night into Monday. Temperatures Monday probably no higher than the mid-40s, and late Sunday night, first thing Monday morning, maybe a couple of snowflakes will be seen. Doesn't look like it'll be anything significant at this point, but maybe some of the season's last snowflakes could be seen Sunday night. First thing Monday morning, again, brief cool shot. We're back to readings that should be a little bit above average by the middle of next week. And overall, as you know, if you've been watching this video lately, this is an overall pretty mild weather pattern for the next at least few weeks, if not for most of April, but there can be these brief cold shots, including this one coming early next week. Thanks for watching tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. I will see you back here on Wednesday.